So why do you believe understanding finances is so important for entrepreneurs and business owners?
Well, because your numbers tell a story. They tell you where you've been, where you are, and where you're capable of going. But if you don't understand that story, you're essentially navigating your business without a map. So when entrepreneurs understand their financials, they gain control. They can identify opportunities, manage the risk, and make strategic decisions that support long-term growth. It's not about becoming an accountant, it's about becoming an informed leader.
Yeah. Yes, as you told, many entrepreneurs overwhelmed, many like feel overwhelmed. How do you help them shift from feeling stressed or to feeling empowered?
Oh, it starts with simplifying what feels complex. Many business owners feel overwhelmed because accounting has been presented to them as something intimidating or confusing. I once wore those shoes. I know how that feels. So we break it down. We translate the numbers into real meaning, into insights they can actually use. And once they begin to understand what's happening in their business, that fear starts to fade. Confidence replaces it. And when confidence shows up, better decisions follow.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your explanation. What kind of transformation or impact have you seen when entrepreneurs truly understand their finances and business structure?
The impact is transformational, both for the business and for the individual behind it. When entrepreneurs truly understand their financials, they move from uncertainty to clarity. Instead of questioning every decision, they begin to act with confidence because they have real data guiding them. So, one of the first changes I see in decision making, business owners stop reacting to situations and start planning ahead. They can anticipate challenges, they can manage risks, and they take advantage of opportunities much more effectively. There's also a significant shift in mindset. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. Accounting is no longer something they avoid. It becomes a tool they rely on. And from a business standpoint, we often see improved cash flow, stronger financial stability, and more sustainable growth. Entrepreneurs begin to align their spending, their pricing, and strategy with their long-term goals. But beyond the numbers, there's a personal impact. Confidence increases, stress decreases, and business owners begin to feel back in control of something they once felt controlled by. In many cases, this clarity allows them to expand, hire, invest, or pivot in ways they never felt comfortable doing before. Ultimately, the impact's not just growth, it's empowerment.
What would you advise to give to someone who just beginning their entrepreneurial journey?
Start with your vision, but don't stop there. Build a strong foundation early. Understand your business model, know your numbers, and be willing to ask for guidance when you need it. You don't have to know everything, but you do need to be open to learning because entrepreneurship is not a straight path. It's a journey of growth, adjustment, and continuous improvement. The more prepared you are, the more resilient you'll be.
In your opinion, what does success really look like in entrepreneurship?
Well, success is not just about the revenue, it's about sustainability and impact. It's about building something that not only grows, but lasts. It's about having the clarity to make decisions that align with your goals. And it's about creating value, not just for yourself, but for your clients, your community, and the people you business serves. When those
Uh,
elements come together, that's real success.
what is the biggest message or takeaway you would like to our listener and remember from today's conversation? Like
Well, my
what's
message is
advice?
yeah, it's my message is to start with a strong foundation and truly commit to understanding your business, not just running it.
Why?
Don't ignore your numbers. You don't need to become an accountant, but you do need to understand the basics like cash flow, expenses, profitability, because those are the indicators that guide your decisions. You need to build structure early, even when it doesn't feel exciting. I've been there. Systems, processes, and organization are what allow your business to grow without chaos. I learned that factor. And don't try to do everything alone. Be willing to ask for help. Surrounding yourself with the right support, whether it's a consultant, advisor, or a mentor, can make all the difference. I also did that. I had to learn. You also stay adaptable. The business environment's always changing, so the ability to adjust while staying grounded in your vision is critical. Most importantly, remember your purpose. Entrepreneurship is a journey. There will be challenges, but also incredible opportunities for growth, learning, and impact. So when you combine passion with knowledge and vision with strategy, you build something that's not only successful, it's also sustainable. And that's where long term success truly begins.
Um, like why do these entrepreneurial challenges become such important issue for business and over time?
Oh, these challenges become critical because small issues don't stay small. I learned that point. They compound over time when they're not addressed. Without clear visibility, business owners are making decisions without fully understanding what's happening in their business, which increases risk and limits their ability to plan strategy. Poor financial decisions, I have done that, like overspending, underpricing, or mismanaging resources, can quietly erode a business's stability. A company may appear successful on the outside, but internally it can be struggling. And without the clarity, those issues often go unnoticed until they become urgent. Cash flow is a key example. Many businesses don't fail due to lack of revenue, but because they don't manage their cash flow effectively. As a business grows, the lack of structure becomes even more problematic. Increased complexity without proper systems makes it difficult to maintain control, leading to inefficiencies and instability. Over time, this uncertainty impacts the entrepreneur's confidence. They begin to hesitate, second guess decisions, and sometimes avoid opportunities altogether. Yes, I lived that paragraph. That's why I wrote it. Ultimately, these challenges go beyond day to day operations. They directly influence whether business can sustain itself or grow strategically and achieve long term success. I am doing this broadcast because I have failed more times than you can think. So I have wore the shoes, lived the experience, faltered here and there, second guessed, and I found that when I took an accounting course and got a diploma for it, all of a sudden it was explained to me how numbers that seem to be complex can be turned into simplification. That's why I went the direction in accounting and consulting and entrepreneurship. They go hand in hand. And starting out your journey with the knowledge of how your numbers are the strength and the confidence and what empowers you to keep building and growing your business. That is the reason I have EntreSpirit Accounting and Consulting. Back to you.
Yeah. Like, and finally, what encouragement or advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are just getting started?
You have a lot at your fingertips called technology. So much of what I had to do manually when it comes to running businesses, you have technology. And I had to transition from doing all of it on paper, opening up notebooks right and left, tracking my information. Now you do it in technology. This will help assist you to keep pushing on your path. You have a passion for it? Absolutely pursue it. But do understand that coming together with someone that can explain to you from complicated numbers in this world of bookkeeping and accounting and simplifying them, they will become your tools that absolutely guide you. And it does, and it happened to me, opened opportunities that had passed me by and I never saw them. But when I got in to simplifying and listening and finding advisors and mentors to help me understand tools, taking what was so complicated to me, I am degreed in the most hardest and complicated field, accounting, and I do it internationally and nationally. And I went to people to help me understand. Yes, I have learned, I have failed several times and turned it around, reinvented it, and used the numbers for my tools. And it has taken me internationally. I do lectures. I work with, I'm an advisor to a chancellor at Judas Priest University. It's fun. It's at the ground floor. It's building. And yes, what are the tools? The numbers. And it's opening doors and opportunities. It is a Christian university and it serves all people. So I am putting to work again what I just gave you in this podcast. Every bit of it I am doing. And trust me, It's a passion, pursue it, don't back away from it. The biggest challenge you will truly have is your numbers. They become tools because you can market now on your technology, your computer. You can track how you're doing, another set of numbers. Yes, they tell you how well your marketing design is working for you. It's another set of tools. Your numbers, the accounting, the revenue coming in, the spending of the cash that you have to do to get your company out there and seen. It's another tool. So feel confident that you don't have to be an accountant. It's the ability to work with and talk with the ones that are experts in the numbers, and you will become extremely stable. And that's all that I actually have to say about it because I've been doing entrepreneurship for over 40 years and I've been able to support myself. I had a very ill husband that was dying and he survived. I was able to push through every bit of it and still build my business. So you will be taxed with challenges. You just don't know where they're coming from, but you'll know how to pivot, handle it, change direction, and go to your tools in all the different places now. You now have knowledge that I did not have, the statistics, the numbers for marketing. How well is your marketing working for you? Do you need to adjust? These are tools that were not available. The statistics were absolutely hard to work with. So I had to literally go to people for advisors and mentors. How do you handle the marketing? How do I know I am going anywhere? Yes, I have clients. Yes, but I'm being referred verbally by people, not by advertisement in magazines and free papers. And they said, you're right, statistics are really hard to get today. So they worked them up for me. That's how I was able to find out about my marketing, where you can just go into your computer and they put it in the programs. It's awesome. You can see how well you're doing on your business. And especially if you're doing any selling on eBay or on Amazon, you get the statistics. You know what's selling, what's not selling. That was hard information to get a hold of when you were in entrepreneurship before technology. You have a awesome launching pad with the programs in technology. So you can do a lot faster than what I did. But I have done many failures and I have learned from the failures. And every time I learned, I went out and reinvented it and it took off. So failing for me worked for me. Being successful and starting out really successful, then failing is not what happened. It started at the beginning, and that's why I have put together what I do and why I do, and all the people that work with me. So that's about all I have, and you can call this one a wrap.
Yes. Thank you so much for wonderful explanation.